Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It feels so weird saying that. I've been gone for like a month now. I took a very well needed break and I am so excited to be back here with you guys. I know I went into some detail in my last video on why I was taking this break, and pretty much to sum it up, I was feeling extreme burnout. I needed to really focus on my relationship with the Lord. It can be so easy to let life get in the way of that. Anytime I notice that happens, that is when I start to feel very burnt out because I am relying on my own strength, and that never pans out ever. But I really use this time to do a lot of praying and reading through my Bible on how to overcome feeling burnt out as a mother, because that is something that every mother is going to experience. So the Lord has shown me a lot through this past month on how to overcome that, and I am so excited to be sharing that with you guys today. So the first advice: get rid of all expectations that you had when it comes to motherhood. Before we have kids, we envision how we are going to be as a mother, how our kids are going to be, what it's going to be like, and usually it never goes to that vision. I mean, there's definitely parts of it. I came across this verse and I was very confused on what it meant. I remember reading it over and over and over again, trying to understand it. So let me read you this verse. Proverbs 16:1, the reflections of the heart belongs to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. I ended up having to ask for discernment when it came to this verse. And what this verse is saying is, we have many thoughts, but it is the Lord's way that is right. We may lean one way, but our God will heed us in the right direction. Before motherhood, we have all these thoughts about how it's going to go. It is the Lord's way that is going to get us through motherhood. And He's the only one that we can rely on for the truth. Let go of all the things that you were expecting. Let go of that guilt that you are not the mother that you thought you were going to be. God has given us all different gifts and different talents. And so us as mothers are all going to look very different. Things that I am necessarily good in doesn't mean they are things that you are going to be good in, and things that you are good in doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be good in those things. So I think a big reason why moms can get burnt out is because we are trying to be great in every area, in areas that the Lord has not given you that talent or that gift. And it's very easy these days to compare ourselves, especially with social media, because you see a mom that is great at doing crafts with her kids, or a mom that makes these beautiful organic meals for every meal, or the mom who's super adventurous and is always taking her kids on these fun adventures. And we clump that all together as this perfect mom. But what we're not seeing is those are all different moms, and those are all different gifts and talents that the Lord has given those mothers. Don't be comparing yourself to every single different mother's talents that the Lord has given them. Find what the talents are that God has given you, because He has given your children to you for a reason. Those talents are going to shine because He has given you all the tools that you need to raise your children. The next advice that I want to give is focus on what is truly important. You need to remember that you are just one person, and there is no way that you can get everything done that you want to get done every single day. What has really helped me is pick a main focus every day. Say, today my main focus is deep cleaning the house, so that tomorrow my main focus can be spending quality time with the kids. Because I have found that I will be cleaning the house. And all my brain can think about is how I shouldn't be cleaning the house. I should be focusing on my kids right now. But the moment that I'm focusing on my kids, all I'm thinking about is all the things around the house that I need to be doing. So anytime I start having those thoughts, I think, nope, today is this, tomorrow is that. And that really helps me be more present in the moment. The third advice is plan things to look forward to. This is something that I did not do when I was in my early years of motherhood, which technically I am still in my early years, but the very first years, and the days would get so long. But now I will plan things to look forward to. Our Sundays are family days. I always look so forward to Sundays because we have church, and then the rest of the day we are just spending time with family. Or maybe you might be more of an introverted person. And if you're more of an introverted person, you need that time alone. You need time to decompress. And so plan that out. Plan those things out in advance so that you know in your head, okay, I just have to get through this and then I will get to that. Because it can be very hard when you're in the thick of it and you're not seeing an end. You're not seeing when you're going to have a moment to breathe. We can keep going if we can see the end. Number 4 is change your mindset. Today's world loves self-love. That is not a bad thing in itself. How the world has twisted it is very toxic. Today's world likes to say, I need to focus on myself to be happy. And this way of thinking has such a huge attack on mothers, because our job is to give of ourselves every single day. Galatians 5:13 says, "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love." Another way that we can change our mindset is through gratefulness. I am speaking to the choir because when my 3-year-old is having another big tantrum for the 10th time that day, I am not feeling very grateful in that moment. But switching your mindset to gratefulness is freedom. Philippians 4:6-7, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Anytime I am starting to feel anxious, or anytime I am feeling like, woe is me, this is so hard, I just remember that verse. Through thanksgiving and prayer, the peace of God, which surpasses all understandings, will guard our hearts and our minds. Y'all, that is huge. But I have found that if I change my mindset, this is my job over everything else right now, is to teach my kids, to show my kids Jesus' love, and to show my kids the way that He has called us to live. In today's world, we see comfort as happiness, which God tells us in the Bible that we are going to have troubles, that we are going to have tribulations. And we live in a fallen world, so there is no way that we can avoid those things. John 16:33 says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." So no matter what we face, no matter how uncomfortable motherhood gets, we can have rest in knowing that the Lord has already overcome the world, that you have Christ living in you, and you are free. And there is nothing that the enemy can do that can separate that. And it is not by anything that we do. God isn't looking down on you saying, "Oh, you did too much screen time today, or you did not give your kid 100% of your attention when you were playing dolls with them earlier, or that meal isn't 100% organic and making you feel like you failed. Because you've already won. You have already won when you have asked the Lord to come into your heart. And you do not have to rely on your strength to raise your kids. Through Jesus Christ is the only way we are able to defeat being burnt out as a mother. And knowing that He loves you and sees you the same on your best days as a mother and on your worst days as a mother. I know how hard motherhood can be and the weight of it, but you just need to know that you do not have to carry that on your own. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I am very excited to do more videos like this. And if you guys have any suggestions on future videos, I think I'm starting to evolve my channel. But again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.